Hello and welcome back to Much Ado About Nerd Things. So, new Godzilla vs. Kong trailer. Let's go straight into a frame-by-frame breakdown. Start off the bat, freeze frame, that's Mechagodzilla. Look, I know everyone and their dog has pointed out that's Mechagodzilla by now, but I write, record, and edit these videos all by myself, okay? I can't get these up quickly enough. So, that's Mechagodzilla. That means, rewind a little bit, I think that's Mechagodzilla breaking out of what I assume is an apex base, because if you freeze, that kind of looked like a drill, which Mechagodzilla often has in the original Toho films. That's a fairly decent sized armada transporting Kong there. That big ship on the right is a Nimitz-class aircraft carrier that'll become relevant again later. Next, we see Kong sleeping. They really should get his head out of the water before he pee in his sleep though. You don't want to be the guy who have to tell all his sailor friends your boat sank because a giant gorilla peed on it. We then meet our new human character, Nathan Lind, played by Alexander Skarsgård. According to Wikipedia, Skarsgård in an interview described his character as a reluctant hero who is thrown into this very dangerous situation and is definitely not equipped for it. Well, who is? Who is equipped to deal with a giant gorilla fighting a giant nuclear lizard? And is it just me, or even taking perspective into account, does Kong seem a little smaller in this scene? The dialogue here is pretty vague.
We need Kong. The world needs him. To stop what's coming.
Kind of sounds like it's being edited together from different dialogue, which happens all the time in trailers. I think it's a fake out. We're supposed to think they're talking about getting Kong to fight Godzilla, but I think they're on a separate mission. Probably something to do with the Hollow Earth, probably to stop some other catastrophe from happening and cross path with Godzilla's rampage, which we'll go into later in the trailer in the process. Next, we meet Gia, an orphan girl played by Kia Hotto. She's playing a deaf character and come from an all-deaf family, which is pretty neat. If you look at the tattoo on her arm pretty closely, it matched the design of the tribal war paints natives on Kong's Skull Island had in that movie, so she's likely from the same tribe or similar offshoots. In this scene, we see her showing Kong a miniature version of himself, like somebody who wear the band shirt to the live show. Next, we see Rebecca Hall and Leanne Andrews, who seems to be playing a character that is also pretty protective of Gia. And from the dialogue here, they seem to have made it so that Kong have formed a protective bond with Gia, which I like a lot. It's way better than the Beauty and the Beast things they used to do in the old Kong movie, which I always found it a little bit creepy. Next, we see Godzilla attack that armada. There's a callback to a previous moment in which Godzilla go under one of the battleships. This time he doesn't because he pissed. And then we see a bunch of fighter jets pointlessly attacking Godzilla. Look, if you're in this universe and is a fighter pilot, how long before you start saying, no, I'm not gonna deploy against that giant monster because we never do any damage and we all get killed? Is that like a fighter pilot union or something? Because there should be industrial action for no monster fights clause. We then see Rebecca Hall says pointlessly,
it's Godzilla.
I don't know, lady, the internet seems to think it's Mechagodzilla in a skin suit. We then see Godzilla climb onto the aircraft carrier. Never noticed Godzilla had gills before. Makes sense, he does live underwater. The music here is pretty cool, but kinda jarring. The first time I heard it, I thought Godzilla said, yeah, come on. Freaked me the hell out. I need some sleep. We then see King Kong give Godzilla just a big right hook. Note that they are on an aircraft carrier now, not the shipping freighter that Kong was chained to earlier. It's the Nimitz-class aircraft carrier I mentioned earlier. Why is that relevant? Okay, freeze frame. See, because we know that Nimitz-class aircraft carrier is around 1,100 feet long, we can work out how tall Godzilla and King Kong is based on this picture. My visual guesstimate is in that picture, they both around 1/3 of the ship's length, but Godzilla seems to be slightly lean forward than from his natural gait, and King Kong is reaching out and punching. So that would put Godzilla around 350 to 400 feet and Kong around 300 to 350 feet. In Skull Island, Kong was only about 105 feet, so he's grown about 3 times as tall in about 50 years. Kong then body slammed Godzilla back into the water, which bad idea cause that's its natural element. We then see the understatement of the century champion describing a world where there's been more than 20 monster attacks as
these are dangerous times.
And hey look, that's Mechagodzilla. And that's Shon Oguri playing Ren Serizawa, who is the son of Dr. Ishiro
Let them fight.
Serizawa. Does this mean he helped build Mechagodzilla? I guess the let them fight genes run in the family. Then we see Mr. Angry Exposition Man from Godzilla King of Monster. He's the worst. I hope he's not in this movie much. Apparently Godzilla's attacking people and nobody knows why. Yo, it's probably because somebody made Mechagodzilla. Then we see a conspiracy wall. I love a good conspiracy wall. Now let's have a closer look. A lot of it is pretty generic stuff. Godzilla attack claimed lives. Monarch stumped as to Godzilla's motives. Apparently one of the attacks causes 1.2 million damage and 23 injuries, which doesn't seem that bad for a Godzilla attack. It says a few Apex facilities being attacked, which, how does anyone know where Apex facilities are? Aren't they a terrorist organization? And don't wonder if Monarch and Apex is collaborating, which they kinda were last movie, seeing as a Monarch employee gave Apex cutting-edge technology and in the process a bunch of cities got leveled. Why is Monarch even still around? If say a Greenpeace member aided Al-Qaeda in leveling 20 cities, I don't think they'd still be around. It also said 175 lives has been claimed. Again, doesn't seem that much for when a giant nuclear lizard attack. Wait, does that say UN vetoes Godzilla? Veto from doing what? And how? Godzilla a member nation now? Is he gonna get sanctioned? Well, I guess that means Godzilla gonna be fighting a new titan in this movie, a paper tiger. Haha, political jokes. Next we see Millie Bobby Brown return as Madison Russell, who is joined by Josh Valentine, played by Julian Dennison from Deadpool 2 and Hunt for Wilder People. They seem to be chasing down Godzilla attacks in a van, which is cool. Give me a whole animated spin-off of that. They seem to think that something is provoking Godzilla. It's probably some building Mechagodzilla. And it's recruiting Bernie Hayes, played by Brian Tyree Henry, to their cause, who seem to agree with them that something is provoking Godzilla. It's probably some building Mechagodzilla. Hey, look behind them. They sneaked in an Easter egg of the legendary logo, which is shameless self-promotion. By the way, like and subscribe. Rebecca Hall's character then says,
"The myths are real. There was a war."
Which, is this character just gonna say really obvious things the whole movie? We already know there was a war. They fought round 2 of it in the last movie, and it leveled like 20 cities. And then we get a callback to the moment in Skull Island. Kong put his hand against her handprint. Now he's much bigger, so they're the same size. We then see Kong with his axe, which he uses again later in the trailer, which seemed to be made out of a dead Godzilla's bone and a piece of his spine ridge, which Kong doesn't care. He'll hit a dude with his dead relative's body parts. He'll hit a dude with his dude's friend. A lot of these scenes seem to be set in the Hollow Earth. You can see the trippy upside down mountains beyond Kong. Where's the light coming from though? I'm really looking forward to some really awesome visuals when they get to the Hollow Earth. Next we see Kong standing on some glowy art of Godzilla, and I thought this was Rodan for a second there, but nah, it's just some generic bat monster. By the way, how much of a sniveling coward was Rodan in that last movie? He fought Ghidorah and immediately lost, and then he fought Mothra and got stabbed for it, fled. As soon as Godzilla won, immediately came back and bowed to him. He reminded me of Starscream, pterodactyl pug-ass bitch, probably an ancestor to the bin chicken. We then see Kong use a move that Captain Kirk has proven is effective against lizards. Oh, and we learned Kong bows to no one, apparently.
Kong bows to no one.
Tell him, Peter.
Apparently.
Kong bows to no one.
Bingo.
We then see the money shot of Kong using that axe on Godzilla, which, because it's made from one of Godzilla's spine ridges, seems to be able to absorb his atomic breath and explode when it hit him in the head, which I have a lot to say about this, okay? This is what everybody who think Kong has a chance always say, that Kong's advantage is he can use tools. You know what's a good tool? A ray gun that shoots atomic energy. Godzilla have one of those built into his mouth. And this amazing axe he's using against Godzilla, it absorbs Godzilla's atomic breath, right? Which means it's charged with atomic energy. Well, in the previous movie, we've seen that atomic energy helps Godzilla. It revives him and make him go Super Saiyan. So what's this axe imbued with the energy Godzilla feed off of supposed to do against Godzilla? And Kong is just much less durable than Godzilla. In Skull Island, his hands got cut by helicopter blades. And Samuel L. Jackson set him on fire. Yeah, I know he's 3 times as big now, but I'm 3 times as big as when I was 8, but blades still cut me and I'm still just as flammable. No, I'm not just crabby because I like Godzilla better and this movie is clearly setting up Kong to win this fight. They'll probably just team up against Mechagodzilla in the end anyway. Oh, and as for this who will fall thing and all this promotion about how there will definitely be a winner, I don't think they'll kill off either Kong or Godzilla. If they're gonna do that, they'll probably put in 2 Godzilla and kill one off. Maybe there'll be a Mechagodzilla as well. Charles Dance did buy one of his head at a fish market in the last movie. Anyway, that's all from me from now. This is a new channel so I could use your support. So please like and subscribe, and I promise I have a lot more opinion about giant monkeys to give you. Peace. Thanks for watching.